Hi Bellas, this is Kate Alvarez, one of the beauty ministers of bdjbox.com. Now if you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup, oh no, hide! Nah, just kidding. I purposely did not wear any makeup today because I'm gonna try out a summer look. Now how do we do that? Wait and see. So we're here at Asta Urban Salon in Eastwood, where my friend and makeup artist Bambi Cruz. Hi! She is here to help teach us how to get the sun-kissed or bronze look from scratch.
Hello, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very easy and very quick bronze look for summer. This will be nice if you want to fake that you went to the beach, or if you came from the beach and you want to enhance that natural glow. So I'm going to do this on Kate. You can do this at home. And then this is very easy also, and you don't need a lot of products. So before this, I already prepped Kate. Like I cleaned already her face, and I already put the necessary toner and moisturizer. Since it's summer and the sun is really out, you need to be well protected and use a separate sunblock or a moisturizer with built-in SPF, like what I used on Kate. And then I also put eye cream on her eyes so that the eye makeup would adhere a lot better. So I'm going to start with her base. Okay, but before the base, you might need an extra step of primer. And I'm going to use a primer, and this is great, especially if you have oily skin and you want the makeup to really stay. So I'm gonna put it on the T-zone, where it's usually oil, where usually people get oily here, like me. Yeah. And primer will also make the makeup look fresher for a long period of time. So this one is usually for oily skin girls, which most of you girls are. Okay, so this is the base. I just use a very, very sheer foundation, and I'm going to use a brush. You can also use your sponges, or your fingers will also be a good tool for this. Now during the summer, you kind of get darker, so you might want to adjust your foundation to something that's slightly like half step darker. Or if you don't like foundation, you can use a sheer layer of tinted moisturizer, which also saves you an extra step. And don't focus on putting on too much because you want to see skin. And also, since the weather is really nice, you don't want to spend like 2 hours of your life doing makeup every day. So here, and blend it well. Make sure it still looks like skin. It's like a better version of your own skin. And blend it like into the jawline, the neck.
So I can also use a sponge with this one?
Yes, or your fingers if you don't like a sponge. And if you're using tinted moisturizer, you kind of like massage it on your face because it boosts the circulation also. So you have like a glow from within. If you notice, the layer is very, very thin. You just like to even out her skin tone. And maybe with this, you might need to skip the second step,
which is
concealer.
Oh.
Okay, because it already covers a bit of the redness. Okay, now that her base is done, I'm gonna need concealer. Suppose Kate is very OC, so she wants an extra step. I have here concealer for her under eye, which I'm going to use my ring finger to just lightly tap and blend it around. And since Kate has really nice skin,
thank you.
we can skip like the step of putting concealer in other areas. So just a bit here, don't put too much because that can cake. Your ring finger, you may use a concealer brush if you want, like this, but your fingers will be okay. The next step is we set the makeup with powder, like here. Setting is important, especially since our weather is very humid, so you need makeup to like last longer. Especially here in the T-zone. You can use like the puff that comes with this, or you can use a brush. It also mattifies your skin, especially if you're very oily.
Like this part of my face, the nose is always oily.
Yes, yes. The next step is going to be dual purpose. It serves also to shape the face and also to add warmth and bronzing to the skin. And so we're going to use a bronzing powder like this. And in choosing a bronzer to shape the face, you need to choose a bronzer which has less shimmer, like this one. Because of your shimmer, the shimmer is still going to reflect the light, which will defeat the purpose of contouring.
Oh really? I used to think that I had to get the most shimmery bronzer out there. So the less the shimmer, the better?
It really depends because in contouring, we need matte products or very little shimmer. But if you want to highlight with a bronzer, that's when you can use the most shimmer. But since we're shaping the face with the bronzer, we're going to use this. So I'm going to shape her cheekbones here. You may. There. And don't add too much because that will be harder to blend after. So what you can do is just add a little and then just add along as you go. The idea here is to create a shadow and a bit of dimension. If you don't have a bronzer, you can use like a powder that's like darker than your regular powder, or maybe a brown blush with less shimmer. So if you compare this side from this side, this one's more hollow, and then there's this highlight over here. It's like she lost weight in this side.
I have better cheekbones here, and I have none here.
Usually, I'm just using very light strokes because if it's too dark, it will be too harsh for regular daytime wear. This will look also nice in photographs because in pictures, your face tends to look flat. So this will help it. And maybe you want like the sides of the forehead or the jawline to create that Angelina Jolie jawline.
So I'm looking myself at the mirror and I feel like I lost about 8 pounds thanks to contouring.
And she's kind of slightly darker also, or just warm the skin tone. For a fake nose lift, we're going to use also on the sides of the nose and just blend. You want just to do this very slightly and just create a slight shadow and not overdo it so it looks fake. Just highlight the bridge of the nose and blend well, just so we emphasize that shape. And you might want to highlight the cheekbones over here. There. So that's her face so far. So we already have her contour. So it's a bit more subtle. It's not too much, not too harsh, which is great for every day. But of course, we're not going to stop there, right?
Of course.
Yes. So for blush, I'm going to use a peach pink color on her cheeks. And to put blush, I put it on the apples of the cheeks. So smile, Kate. It's here, it's the fullest part of your cheek. And go up. I'm using a peach pink blush for this one because peach gives that warmth together and the pink gives it a bit of freshness, because if it's all peach and brown, it might look too muddy. So the pink adds a bit of freshness. Don't put too much. It's just like she should look like she just worked out.
Okay, so you just saw part 1 of this DIY video. Stay tuned for the next video where our makeup artist Bambi will show us how to define the eyes and finish my look with the lips. So for more information, visit bdjbox.com, and for more makeup tips, visit Bambi's website or blog, which is makeupbybambi.blogspot.com. See ya!